The room smelled of varnish and old money. Dark wood, silent chandeliers, the weight of generations etched into the walls. I sat at the end of the long table, hands folded, an obedient shadow in their curated empire. Her father's voice cut the air. "He's just a warehouse worker," he said, lips barely moving. His business partners laughed softly, polite predators hiding behind suits. Her sister's smirk flickered like a blade. "So embarrassing," she murmured, loud enough to wound. I smiled. Not because it didn't hurt, because the moment had finally arrived. Across the room, the muted TV flickered with headlines. "Meet the tech world's newest billion-dollar CEO." The anchor's voice was syrup over steel. They didn't see me glance at the screen. They didn't know the name about to appear was mine. I lowered my eyes, exhaling slowly. They believed their words were a verdict. They were an alibi. It started months ago. A wrong note in her laughter. A locked phone. Conversations that stopped when I entered the room. At first, I told myself it was stress, her family's pressure. But then, the late nights multiplied. Her scent changed when she came home. Expensive cologne on her blouse that wasn't mine. I didn't accuse her. Accusations give power. Silence disarms. Her father's voice, "just a warehouse worker," replayed in my head every night. It wasn't just insult, it was a script. He'd written me into a role I never auditioned for. I began to notice her sister's gaze, sharp, watchful. Her texts, hidden. Her laughter, louder when I wasn't supposed to hear. I wanted to believe I was imagining it, but imagination doesn't leave hotel receipts in a car glove box. I smiled when she kissed me. I nodded when her sister waved. I stayed still when her father mocked. Inside, something colder than rage began to form. At night, while she slept, I collected data. Phone records, bank statements, GPS logs. Warehouse workers know how to move quietly. CEOs know how to analyze patterns. I bought a prepaid phone under a false name, created an email she didn't know existed, paid for a private lab, hairbrush bristles, a water bottle she'd left in the car, his toothbrush from their lake house, yes, their lake house, lifted during a family weekend. I mailed the samples to the lab myself. No trail, no noise. During the day, I built my company. At night, I built my case. Her father kept calling me boy. Her sister kept smirking. She kept lying. And every time she whispered, "I love you" before bed, I whispered it back. Not because it was true anymore, because it was evidence. The reports took 2 weeks. 2 weeks of pretending. 2 weeks of playing the invisible man while my name climbed trending charts online. I never confronted. I let the tension ferment. Wine tastes sharper when you let it breathe. The envelope arrived at my office, not my home. Brown, nondescript, as if it carried nothing but dust. Inside, the lab report. His DNA, her sister's DNA. Percentages, matches, truth. Not just an affair, a child. His. Not mine. Their little secret. Built on my silence. I read it twice. My hands didn't shake. I'd already known. The paper only gave it shape. That evening, I set the envelope on the dining table. I poured her wine. I watched her eyes. "Long day?" she asked. "Productive," I said. She reached for the glass. I slid the envelope toward her. Her hand froze. She opened it. Her lips parted. No sound came. The clock on the wall ticked like a metronome for her panic. She looked at me. I didn't blink. I didn't shout. I didn't accuse. I simply turned on the TV. The same channel from her father's study. The anchor's voice again. "Meet the tech world's newest billion-dollar CEO, founder of Straylight Systems." My face filled the screen. Her hand trembled. You. Yes. They. I know. She backed away from the table. I stayed seated, calm as winter stone. Your father thinks I'm a warehouse worker. She swallowed. Your sister thinks I'm embarrassing. I leaned back, eyes never leaving hers. Tonight, they'll see me on every screen they own. The silence between us was heavier than any scream. I slid a small black box across the table. Inside, the house keys, the joint account cards, the photos. My exit. My freedom. I rose. You'll explain to them why I left. You'll explain who the father is. You'll explain why your billionaire husband walked out without a word. She reached out. Wait! I paused at the doorway.